All right, I think we're ready to go. Just kind of scrolling through here so I can see everybody. So good to see you all today. Thank you for joining us. Um, Today is going to be very similar to what we've been doing. So make sure you've got some weights, you got some water, and remember to just listen to your body and do what feels good to you. And again, I'll be offering adaptations and different ideas on the theme that we might be working with. But if you need help at any time for some new ideas, please let us know. Okay. So let's take a moment to just kind of check in. I'm going to back up here a little bit and settle in for a moment and just notice kind of what's going on right now in your mind. Settle in to your body and settle into the present moment. And if you like, you can take a nice deep breath in and just give everything a little squeeze, give yourself a little hug of gratitude for showing up for yourself here today. And then you can exhale and just let that go. If you want to close your eyes, you can, or you can leave your eyes open and just focus in one direction, whatever helps you feel more present, more grounded. And then just take this opportunity to breathe, to get centered, and to acknowledge your intention for your practice today. And as you're breathing, we're not doing anything to change the breath just yet. Just notice, does your breath feel short or shallow? Does it feel deep? Does it feel smooth or choppy? And as you breathe, if you notice your thoughts swirling around, that's okay. Just maybe take a step back and observe. Just notice what is present. We don't need to push the thoughts away or change the thoughts in any kind of way. Maybe noticing your mood and taking another moment to acknowledge your intention. And on your next breath in, allow this intention to fill your body, your heart, your mind, your spirit. And as you exhale, maybe let something go that does not serve your intention. Just let it go. And then again, on your next inhale, give everything a squeeze, breathing in. On your exhale, release, let it all go. And you can squeeze in any kind of way. You can give yourself a hug and squeeze. And just soften as you exhale. We'll do that one more time. Squeezing, hugging, breathing. Maybe pause for a moment at the top of that breath. And then breathe out and let it go. Good. All right. So now maybe take your hands to the tops of your legs. And this time, as you inhale, just let your nose and eyes look upward. And as you exhale, just draw a line straight down. And just like that, a few more times, just whatever range of motion you have here. And just nodding yes, nice and slow. And even if the head stays centered, you can move your eyes looking up and looking down. Say that's healthy for our eyesight, moving our eyes, giving them a little exercise as well. And then maybe you want to build on this on your inhale, slide your fingertips back and your elbows back. And then as you exhale, slide your fingertips towards your knees, eyes and nose look down. And a few more times, just moving within your available range of motion. And really just allow the breath to guide. So as you exhale, you soften here. And as you inhale, you can look up to the sky. And maybe one more, just like that. And return. Good. And let's come back to center here. Maybe bring the hands to touch our seat. And then lean into one hand a little bit more and just kind of lean off to one side. And then come back to center and do the same thing on the other side. You're using hand for support. It can be a fist or your palm, or you can just let the hand go and just lean to each side. And we're not looking for a deep stretch here. We're just kind of getting sides of the body awakened, checking in with our balance. If you want to build upon this, you can take fingertips to the shoulder. You don't have to, but find what works for you. You can stay here or keep doing what you're doing, or if it's available, you can stretch up and over. You can always use that hand for support. So again, just modifying this, finding joy in this movement in your way. All right, that's our last one. Let's come back to center and just one side, just kind of let that shoulder roll around. It can lift and lower, it can circle, just kind of get it moving any kind of direction. It can move in the opposite direction. And then maybe you can reach forward and bend your elbow back and just kind of reaching like we're reaching out for each other. And then you can pull your elbow behind you. Just kind of playing with this range of motion. So the palm is down and then the palm is up. Palm is down, palm is up. If that feels good to you, if you want to take it higher, you can reach a little higher. Again, just exploring what's available, maybe shoulder height or maybe lower. Okay, these are all options. And you can mix it all up if you want to. All right, last one here. Let's move to the other side. So just circling around, and if this side isn't available to you, you can repeat on the same side. Use your breath here. We're just exploring our motion, lifting, lowering, circling around. You can let the elbow be kind of loose. Good. And then maybe you can start to reach a little bit forward, just kind of playing with this range of motion. So I'm straightening and then I'm bending, and you can move within any of that range. If it's available to go a little higher, you can take it higher, or you can keep it low. And then, if you would like to do both at the same time, if that is possible for you, just find your range, your level. Good. Last one here. And now let's bring the elbows into the waist. Palms can face up and just open and close here. Good. And now you can change the palm direction if you want to. Turn the palms to face in. Good. And now we're going to get moving a little bit more. So if you want to kind of move into a run or ski or walk, right? So kind of finding your level and range of motion here, whether it's running or skiing or something to just get your body moving. All right. For some of you, if it's available to add in a little bit of a march, you can do that as well. Okay, just getting the body in motion now. And as you start moving a little bit more, you might notice your breath starts to quicken a little bit. Just try to keep the breath calm And we've got about 3 more seconds. All right, now we're going to kind of toss in a little punching. So we're going to run or ski, keep doing what you're doing for another 3 seconds, and then stop and add a little long punch to the front. And then come back to your running or your walking or your skiing. 3, 2, 1, and punch. Good. Run or ski. 3, 2, 1, and punch. Good. Another 20 seconds. We're just going to keep it moving in your own way. Good. 5 more seconds. All right. And now we're going to do some juggling. So palms facing upward. It's like you have balls to toss up in the air. You don't have to toss real high or far away, but you can work within your possible range. They can be right here in front of the heart. If you want to move the upper body some, leaning forward or back, you can, or side to side, you can. Maybe your balls are way up here in the air. Maybe your balls are beside you. Okay, so just kind of play with the possibilities. Maybe they're marbles. Maybe they're ping pong balls. Maybe they're bowling balls. We keep playing here for just another 10 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. All right, so next we're going to climb a rope. So we have a rope hanging right here in front of us. And for some reason, we've decided we need to climb to the top. So you can either squeeze release or kind of have claw hands, just kind of pull the hands down, whatever you're able to do here. The main thing is that we just get our body moving and start to play within this kind of range of motion, which activates all kinds of muscles and core muscles and also helps to increase our heart rate a bit. So you might start to notice this. Maybe you want to go a little bit faster. Again, whatever is available can work within your range. We've got 10 more seconds. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. So next, let's take fingertips to shoulders. Can be just one side only if needed. We're going to do a little twist to each side. Now, if twisting just isn't working for you today, if it doesn't feel good, if it causes tension, you can come back to a run or a ski as an alternative. Okay. So if this feels good, we can do this. We can run. Okay. And just a few more here. We've got about 30 seconds to go. We're not trying to go super fast. We're not trying to go beyond our range of possibilities here. Working within what is possible. Can let the eyes move. Can also be here, right? Remember, can add in something different, entirely different if you need to. All right, and 3, 2, 1, let's row the boat. So here we go. We're going to go across the body. You can also go in front of the body. Maybe you have one oar to row. Maybe you have two. Okay, so across the body this way, sort of like a figure 8 motion or more of a circular motion. Good. 30 more seconds. We're not trying to go to our highest intensity right now. We're just getting the body warmed up and prepared for our weightlifting segment. So we've got about 15 seconds. Make sure you're breathing. Just keep that breath nice and even and steady and flowing. And we've got 4 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Excellent. Okay, speaking of weights, it's time to transition. If you'd like to have a quick sip of water, and then we will get our weights. Now remember, you can do all of this without weights. Just the activity, the motion, the movement, all of that is going to be so good for our bodies. If you'd like to add in weights, then you can add 3 to 5 pound weights if you choose. If hand weights don't work, there's wrist weights, there's weighted gloves, there's all kinds of ways that you can get some weight without having to grasp a weight. So my elbows are in, and I'm opening my palms out to the side and back into center. It's a very small motion. So we're not letting the elbows float out, right? The elbows are into the body. We're just opening and closing. And always, if you have some heavy objects in the house, maybe some water bottles that are the same, you can use those instead of weights. All right, you can also turn the palms to face in, just a little variation on the theme. We're not trying to go fast here. We're not going for speed or a lot of repetitions. Just waking up these muscles. Last one. All right, elbows bent into the waist. We're going to lift the elbow up and squeeze it back in. So you can do one side only or one side at a time. You can alternate sides, do both at the same time. It's 30 seconds, so we're halfway there. So each of these segments is going to be a minute. So we don't have a lot of transition in between. We're just going to kind of go from one to the next. And again, just working with your options here. I'll just keep demonstrating different ideas and options for you. You got 3, 2, 1. All right, arms straight now beside us. Keeping the arms relatively straight, we're simply going to lift and lower the hand in front of the shoulder. Again, remembering your options. That's 30 seconds. We're halfway there. You can hold for a moment at the top before you let go. That adds in a little interesting challenge. So, not always in constant motion necessarily. Good. Last one. All right. Arms down by our sides. We're simply going to bend the elbows and straighten out. Little bicep curls here. Palms turn up. And then as you lower, palms turn in. So, palm up, palms in. All right, that's halfway there. I've already done a lot of biceps today, y'all, and I'm like, why are my biceps already tired? Because I've already done a lot of biceps today. All right, we've got about 15 more seconds. All right, 3 more. 2 and 1. Great. Now we have triceps. Options for triceps. You can press down into your seat. You can press your elbows back into your back of your chair. Hands can lift up and lower. You can also hinge forward. One of these options might be more available than another, so pick what works best for you. We've got 30 seconds to go. If you're holding on to your weights over your head, really hold on tightly here. Always take the hands back if that feels like a possibility for you. Push yourself up and out of your seat. Very functional activity here. Got maybe 2 more seconds. All right, you get to rest. So 20 seconds of rest, not a long time. The clock just keeps on ticking. So maybe a quick sip of water. And get ready to go for round 2. So this is our rotator cuff, elbows in, palms face up, one side or both sides. Okay, if you can't take the hands all the way to the side, even just a small range of motion right here is so effective. 30 seconds. If you want, you can turn the palms in. Mhm. All right, and 3, 2, 1. Now, lateral deltoids. We lift and we lower. Elbows stay kind of bent here, like we have wings. That's 30 seconds. Make sure you're breathing. When we get quiet, sometimes the brain starts to kind of float away and we forget that we're moving, forget to breathe. All right, we've got about 3 more seconds. 2 and 1. All right, arms down by your sides. We will lift and lower. And again, just moving with that control. It does not have to be all the way up to the shoulder. We don't want it to go any higher than the shoulder. Did I tell you that was 30 seconds? About 5 seconds ago. Sorry if I forgot to tell you. Good. All right. We got 10 more seconds to go. 2 and 1. All right. So instead of bicep curls in the front of the body, maybe we can take them out to the side. A little different part of the bicep. Remembering options. Can always rest anytime you need to rest. All right, that's 30 seconds. Anybody know why they call muscles muscles? I know you can't answer me because you're muted. It's because way back when, in ancient times, They notice that biceps, when they grow, they look like there's little mice in underneath your skin. So muscle is for mouse. All right, let's do some triceps here. We're going to take it up and down or behind you. You can press down into your seat. Good. So again, finding what works best, maintaining that nice steady breath. That's 30 seconds there. All right, we get a quick rest here. Clock is ticking. We've got about 15 seconds. I'm going to have some water. Now, this is our final round coming up. You can choose to decrease your weight, increase your weight, or have no weight. Okay, so whatever you think is best for you. When you're ready, we'll begin our rotator cuff. These are for those sort of smaller muscles that kind of knit our shoulder together and connecting to our arm. Very important structure. And they can get fatigued pretty easily. So you don't need to push them beyond that fatigue point in order to strengthen. That's 30 seconds there. We've got a little bit more. In case you missed that, I also turned my palms to face in. You can do that as well if you want to. Good, y'all. Make sure you're still taking nice, deep breaths. All right, now we have lateral deltoids. So we're going to lift and lower the elbows. And give it a little extra squeeze as you pull it in. You're giving yourself a hug. Now I'm just showing one side at a time, but you can do both at the same time. We're halfway there. Just working with your available options, moving with awareness. 3, 2, 1, and to your deltoids. So arms are straight. We'll lift and lower in front of the shoulder. And you can stay on the same side. You can alternate sides. You can do both sides. 30 seconds. All right, we got 10 more seconds to go. Y'all are hanging in there. You're doing so good. Might start to sense a little fatigue, maybe slowing down a little bit. That is okay. All right, now we've got biceps. Maybe do hammer curls this time. We have lots of options for our biceps exercises. So hammer curls, the palms stay facing the same direction as you lower and lift. So your palms face in, lifting and lowering in front of the body. Good, that's 30 seconds. Almost there, y'all. Hope you're breathing. 3 more seconds. Last one. All right, triceps is our very last triceps. Choosing what works best for you. Good. We are almost halfway through our triceps. All right, 30 more seconds to go. Almost there, y'all. 5 more seconds. And 1. Good. Okay, we're done with these. You can set them off to the side. We're going to have a quick little rest and then move into our HIIT portion of our workout. So HIIT stands for high intensity interval training. We're going to kind of ride this wave of intensity. So we're going to start with a run. Okay. Remembering your options. Running can be skiing, juggling. All right. So anything that gets you moving, we'll call it running. And then you want to increase the intensity, maybe by going a little bit faster. If it's available to you to lean back a little bit, that's also going to add some intensity, right? Moving faster. Another 5 seconds to go. So we want to help the heart rate increase safely. And then we take a breath and a break and let the heart rate begin to slowly decrease. So nice, easy breaths. So we're going to have 40 seconds on, 20 seconds rest. All right, so next we're going to reach up and down. Now I'm showing you both sides at the same time. It can be one side only. Does not have to be all the way above your head, right? You can reach as low as you can go and as high as you can go. Okay. All right, if you can speed it up a little bit, you've got 15 more seconds to go. And here I'm just tapping the legs just in case you're not catching that. So there's a little touch point in between the high and the low. So it's high, middle, low, middle, high. Oh, and it's time to take a break already. So check in. Now, during the break, if you want to move slowly, that's fine. But the break is beneficial to help us really ride that wave of intensity. All right, so we've got 3 seconds, and then we are going to play the drums. So palms facing down, playing some drums this way. But also dribble the ball. Play the drums. Okay. So the idea here then is it's a little bit random. So you want to just kind of keep moving without predicting where you're going to go, where your invisible drums are, or where your invisible basketball is. And we've got 10 more seconds to go. And rest. All right, take a moment just to check in. During our check-ins, you can also have some water, of course. You can stretch anytime you need to. All right, so just like in our warm-up, we did this sort of reach and pull situation. So we're going to do that again. You can work one side only, both sides at the same time. And there's a little bit of a twisting with the forearm, if that's possible. So the palms are lifting up and then turning downward. Now, they can stay facing down, they can stay facing up. Okay, so all of these are options, and we've got 10 more seconds to go. And all of that has a great purpose. You can even play with that. And palms down or palms up. And it's time to rest. All right, let's take a moment, check in. Take a nice breath. We've got about 7 more seconds. And then our next exercise is call it catching flies. We can catch flies, we can swat flies. So you can either use the back of the hand to swat at the flies, or you can catch the flies, or maybe you're catching something else. Bubbles, dandelion fluff. Money. I always got to toss money in there. Maybe we're just catching money falling from the sky today. It's our lucky day, y'all. Okay, so it doesn't have to necessarily be a squeeze and release. You can just work within your hand's range here, just getting the body in motion. Keep on moving for 5 more seconds. Gathering up all our cash here, y'all. And of course, they're like $100 bills. All right, and oops, it's time to rest. Okay, take a little break. It's going to be a little bit shorter this time. And then our next exercise is speed punching. So with our speed punching, we have our fists ready, our elbows are kind of up beside us, and it's like you're drawing little circles. You're just going to do some little speed punches here at the heart. Of course, you can do one side only or both sides. All right. Increasing the intensity, you're just going faster, maybe quicker. Maybe it's available for you to lean back, activating the core, or maybe forward and back, a little rocking motion. Now, all of these are just suggestions, just ideas for you to play with. All right, so maybe 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, check in. I think I need a little stretch. Maybe you do too, to see what needs a little bit of attention. And then we have climbing a rope. So in 5 seconds, we can get ourselves ready here. And here we go. So now we're going for speed. Maybe we're reaching up and pulling down a little lower so that we're working within our available range as much as we can. And again, if it's available to add in marching or tapping with the feet, you can add that in as well. Another way to add intensity is to lean back or reach higher or go faster. Okay, and we've got 10 more seconds to go. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right. Take a breath. Check in with yourself. Maybe a sip of water. We've got 10 more seconds. All right, this time we are going to crisscross and pull. Crisscross, pull, crisscross, pull. Now, if that crisscross isn't working for you today, you can come back to this motion. Okay, very similar. The crisscross, one arm only, also is absolutely possible, right? All right, 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay. Take a breath. Time flies and we're having fun. Got 10 more seconds. Like the rainbow hour here in my house. All right, here we go. We are going to reach up and down, up and down. Again, remembering your options, working within your range, adding speed or adding height for intensity. Keeping your breath steady, even if we're moving faster, even if our heart is beating faster. 5 more seconds. 2 and 1. Woo! All right. Good job, y'all. Take a breath. You want to keep moving, you can always toss in just a little walking or jogging or skiing. And next up, we're going to either dribble the ball or play the drums. And here we go. Basketball, bongo drums. And remember, it can be way in front of you or way out beside you or above you even, okay? So we get to use our imagination, get a little wild here. We got drums everywhere. All the basketballs you can dribble. 10 more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, check in. 10 more seconds. Okay, so this time we're going to reach up and down. Good. We've got 20 more seconds. Lying within your range. 8 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right. Take a moment, check in, breathe. On a scale of 1 to 10 of intensity, 10 being the highest, where might you be right now? Do you feel your heart beating a little bit faster? Maybe you're at a 5 or a 6 or a 7. All right, we're going to row our boat now, and we don't have to be at a 10. So our goal is not to be at a 10. We want to keep it at about a 6 or 7, and then let it kind of decrease that intensity when we take a rest, and then increase the intensity when we're moving. All right, so remember your options for rowing. Working those options to your advantage. And we've got 10 more seconds, a little less than 10 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, good. Okay, so our next exercise, we've got 10 more seconds, but just to give you a heads up, we're going to do a little speed punching so you can get those dukes ready to go. The elbows are out to the sides, and here we go. Start your punching here. And maybe it's not right here in front of you. Maybe you can move the body around a little bit, playing with that balance factor. And that is absolutely up to you. Again, just offering you some ideas, some variety and options. All right, we've got 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. Take a moment, check in with yourself. All right, so for our next exercise, we're going to toss a ball or a snowball. It can be a football, it can be basketballs, it can be, again, snowballs. So instead of catching something, we're tossing, tossing. Maybe it's an underhanded toss or to the side or overhead, right? Maybe both hands are tossing. Maybe you're tossing the basketball into the hoop, right? So any kind of tossing, any kind of ball or non-ball object that you want to throw. Good. Right, 3 more seconds. Oh, and that's it. Okay, take a moment. Check in with yourself. Have a stretch, have a drink, a little sip of water before we begin. We've got 5 more seconds to go. Now, instead of tossing, it's the opposite, catching, pulling in, pulling in. Although we do have the option to swat. So the back of the hand can swat or catch. You can go for speed, you can go for height, you can go for a shifting, playing with those possibilities. 5 more seconds. And rest. Good. All right, take a moment. Check in with yourself. Check in with your breath. If you want to keep moving, keep moving. If you're having fun, you can keep catching flies or $100 bills. Just slow it down a little bit. We've got 3 more seconds, and now we're going to row the boat. So rowing the boat in your way, increasing the intensity, maybe speeding it up. You might want to go faster than me or slower than me, or don't have to do exactly what I do. Good. And rowing in front, rowing across. Good. We have 7 more seconds. 2 and 1. All right. Quick rest here. Have a sip of water, and we have about 13 seconds. All right, I think it's time to climb that rope. This might be our last chance to get to the top. So when you're ready, give it a good go. Who's going to win to the top? Who's going to make it first? Good. Doing great. We got about 20 more seconds. Five, four, three, two, one, and rest. Good. All right, checking in. I feel like somebody turned on the heat over here in the studio. Things are getting warm. I don't know about you on your end. So I think this is our final run. So our final run, we're going to go for a full minute now. Okay. So when you're ready, jump in. Now, this does not have to be a run. Maybe you would rather ski. Maybe you'd rather row the boat. Maybe you want to catch some flies and play the drums. It doesn't matter to me. Just get your body moving. We're going to go for a full minute. Okay. So full on, high intensity, giving it one last little burst of energy. Good. All right, 30 seconds. I'm going to break it up with a little bit of rowboating here. It's like those, what do they call those triathlons when you like run and jump and ski and swim. I don't know how people do that. All right, we're going to keep on going. Anything you want to do here. We got 10 more seconds. Give it one last final go. And 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Amazing. Okay, take a moment. We're going to fully rest here. Just kind of reconnect to your space, reconnect to your breath. Okay, and then let's just kind of roll out one side. So maybe roll the shoulder. You can lift and lower and kind of let the eyes look around. If you want to reach up, you can, just anything that feels right for you. And then let the opposite hand support you on your chair. You can lean to one side. Fingertips can be here, elbow can be lifted, hand can be over the head. And come back to center, and let's just kind of move around the other side or stay on the same side and repeat. And then same thing here. You can lean to the side, so support in the chair here. Fingertips to shoulders, elbow lifted, maybe overhead. These are all options. And come back to center. Good. Hands on your thighs. We'll take a breath and just draw a line upward. As you exhale, draw a line down, slide your fingers to your knees. Maybe a few more. Inhale, looking up. Exhale. One more. And back. And then return to a neutral spine. And on your next breath in, just give yourself a good hug, give everything a squeeze. And exhale, release, and let it all go. And for the next 10 seconds, just tune into your breath. And preparing to leave behind anything that you don't want to carry into the rest of your day with you. I invite you to take a nice deep breath in. And with a big sigh, just let something go. And move back into your day with peace, joy, gratitude, and ease. Thanks, y'all, so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with you, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Stay healthy.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Michelle. Bye. Have a good day.
You're welcome. Bye, y'all.
Thank you.